Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Probably Shouldn't Be Recording This, Season 2. I missed you guys. For those just joining, my name is Josh. I record podcasts while I drive. I know it's not the safest thing to do, but it's just something I felt I could do. Since I tend to talk to myself a bunch while I drive, figure I might as well record some of it and see how it goes. And then I went and recorded 35 episodes in the first season. And, I took a month off. And boy, did I miss a lot of shit in July. Jesus, it is, news never seems to stop. For those of you who also don't know, how I kind of record my podcast is throughout the day of recording, I write down on a sticky note like 3 to 4 ideas, and then I record. But since I took a month off, I have been writing on sticky notes for a month, usually when the moment strikes or, whatever. But I ended up with 9 sticky notes. So I have enough content to create 3 new episodes, which I'm going to try my best to record today. Today is Thursday. I plan on having them up and out and ready to go on Friday. But we'll see. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Right now, I am currently finishing my day. I got to be off a little bit early. We will get to my job. Boy, will we get to my job. But I'm currently headed to the vape shop to stock up on some juice for my vape. And then I'm going to go get a haircut. And then I'm going to go to the store. So I'm going to try and record 1 episode on the way to the vape shop. And then the next episode on the way to get my haircut. And then the next episode on the way home. So I might have to take like a super long way home. But yeah, that's where we are. So let's start with the absolutely terrible. ICE is killing civilians again. There was one that happened in Maine, and then there was another one that happened where it ended up the guy that they killed wasn't even the guy they were after. So, did anything happen? No. People were mad. People were angry. People were upset. There was protests, and surprise, surprise, zero fucking accountability. This is an organization that shouldn't even fucking exist. And it has only existed for, I can't even remember how long. It's not a very old organization. And it needs to be abolished. And, with primaries and stuff happening around the world, the country, there are people that are getting selected or elected in these primaries that have kind of based their whole, what the hell is that word for politicians? Their platform, I guess. Maybe their platform is what I'm trying to say. They have, a lot of them have won and leaned into the fact that if they are elected to Congress, Senate, they're going to do everything in their power to abolish ICE and all of this fun stuff for the current sitting shit, lame duck, fuck ass president. Oh yeah, I guess maybe. If you're new, you should know a few things about me. Fuck ICE, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Elon Musk, and fuck anybody who supports this man continually, even though he raped kids even though he is racist, homophobic, xenophobic. Yeah, fuck all you guys. Now that that's out of the way. Yeah, so fuck ICE, man. I'm just getting real tired of brown people being targeted just for the sake that they're brown. And I, as a white man, have the luxury. I can leave my house every single day of my life and not have to worry one fucking day if I'm ever going to get targeted because of my skin color. That's called white privilege. I grew up poor. I grew up in trailers. I grew up on welfare. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up with nothing in the cabinets, nothing in the fridge. We all struggle. But even me as a struggling white guy, I don't have to worry about that shit if I leave my house. I'm good. Right now, I'm literally talking into my phone from the tone of my voice somewhat aggressively. And you know what? It's fine. I'm not going to get looked at. I'm not going to get profiled. I'm not going to... Nothing. I'm fine right now. I mean, I'm not fine. But, I'm not being targeted. And I never will, because my skin color is the quote-unquote right color. And, I fucking hate it. And, we're in this stupid fucking war with Iran, on Israel's behalf. And that's another thing. All of these pro-Israel people, there's a primary in Michigan. AIPAC, supported one of the Democratic candidates to the tune of $62 million. And they still fucking lost. The winner is a wonderful man. He's a doctor. His name's Abdul al-Sayed, I think is how you pronounce it. He's not a socialist Democrat, but he's very progressive, and he's exactly what this country needs. We need more of him. We need more of AOC. We need more of, more of the progressive mindset, more of the socialist Democrat mindset. Yeah, so speaking of Democrats or Republicans, the older Republicans are dying now, which, do not shed a single tear for these motherfuckers. Lindsey Graham, senator from South Carolina, he died of a heart attack, is what they're saying. And he was one of the most pro-war, anti-humanity, really, senators, congresspeople out there. Not one tear should be shed for that man. And then there's Mitch the Turtle McConnell, who apparently gets more leave than pregnant women. There's a rumor going around that he died. And then they released some clearly AI generated photos of him alive, looking like a human. And then it comes out today that he was released and he's going to continue to heal up at home. And my genuine prediction is, give it 1-2 weeks, the news will come out that he has passed away. And he is a terrible person. Terrible, awful person. He's anti-union. He's anti so many things. And, later on, he started getting credit because he was pushing back on Trump. That don't mean shit to me. It doesn't negate all of the horrible, horrible fucking shit you did. So, rest in piss, Lindsey Graham. And when you quote unquote get there, rest in peace, Mitch McConnell. Rest in piss. Yeah. That's how I'm starting off, huh? Just straight heat for the politics and shit like that. So now, oh man, I got 3 full sticky notes. Let's see. Oh, we have an accident. You motherfuckers. We got an accident in front of us. Yep, that car's fucked. Ooh, she hit a big truck too. That sucks. Yeah, that's because people drive like fucking idiots in downtown Denver. My God, idiots. Anyway, okay, now let's go to before I before I start my next topic, there's just one other thing, and it's political. This whole SAVE Act that Donald Trump is obsessed with getting passed is strictly to hold down black and brown people. If the SAVE Act does pass, I will not be able to vote because I took my wife's last name, and I haven't gotten it done through the court yet. So I have IDs with my last name, but the ID won't be good enough because their whole thing is if you don't have an ID, you shouldn't vote. I don't know. I know it's just a talking point. But every single fucking time that I have gone to vote in person, guess what I needed to show? My ID. My Colorado issued state ID. The SAVE Act is bullshit. It is meant to hold down brown and black people. That's all it is. And women who marry their husbands and take their name. But I mean, it'll affect me too because I won't be able to vote if it goes through. There's a very small chance it does. But I just wanted to touch on that because it's fucking stupid. Now, let's get on to the non-political stuff for a second because I'm going to talk about my job and that's going to circle back to politics. So, yeah, good stuff. Anyways, my wife left for England yesterday for 2 whole weeks. She has a bunch of family back there. She's going to her aunt and uncle's like 50-something anniversary, which is incredible. And she was able to, make it all happen, and I couldn't be happier for her. She left yesterday. She got to England, or as I told her, the motherland. She got there this morning. And, she's going to be there for 2 weeks. And let me tell you, the house feels fucking different without her. I got home. My daughter went with me to drop her off at the airport. I held my stuff together. I didn't cry. I wanted to. I was close. I was like tearing up when I was giving her a hug. We got home. And, the mood was the same for both of us. We were just sad. We were just sitting there kind of mopey. Then she went down and cleaned her room, did some laundry and stuff. And then I put on a movie. And I just kind of like chilled out. But the cats, my little kitties, Marcy and Toast, my wife works from home. So she's always around. And she's like my cat's comfort human because she's always around and we'll get them whatever they need. They can tell when people leave. My wife had her suitcase out and ready to go for like 3 weeks. She was fucking ready to go on vacation, and I can't blame her. But yeah, so my cats are freaking out. They're following me around everywhere like they used to follow her. The boy, Toast, he's not a cuddler. When you're awake. When you're asleep, he'll cuddle the shit out of you. But when you're awake, he doesn't do anything like that. He hopped up on the couch next to me as I was watching a movie, and he, cuddled me. And I was floored, and I didn't want to waste it. But of course, I had to pee. So I got up, and when I got back, it wasn't, 30 seconds. When I got back, he was gone. And when I tried to get him to come up again, he's looked at me like, no, dude, you had your chance. I don't do that shit. So yeah, I miss her so very much. Sleeping in the bed without her is very weird. I don't like it. I'm sure I'm gonna get into a groove where, it'll be fine, but I'm always going to be thinking about her. I miss her, but I hope she has the best fucking time. She already sent me a bunch of pictures from her family's place out on the Isle of Wight in England. And this place looks like a fucking fairy tale. So I just simply respond to her with an Owen Wilson, wow, gif every time she sends a picture. I mean, it's making her laugh, so at least I can make her laugh from thousands of miles away. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, so that's my sad stuff. Now, to the really fun stuff. So you guys were with me all throughout my job search, and you understood why I was looking for a new job. All that stuff, you know. Hated working overnights, never saw my family, was sleeping like shit, was eating like shit, you know, and finally it came through. I got a job offer, you know, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, you know, salaried position, more money, get my own desk, like, you know, all good things. Except when I interviewed for this position, the woman interviewing me, I did not get a good vibe off of. Like, I didn't get a good feeling about her in my stomach. And the older I have gotten, the more I have tried to trust my gut rather than my brain, because my brain's a fucking asshole and a real idiot sometimes. So the interview happens. It goes well, but she's being weird. So I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't get it. So it's whatever. So a couple weeks go by, you know, and I get the job offer, and it's great. You know, the last 2 weeks are, you know, fine at the other job. And then I start at this job, and it's not really what the job description had said it was going to be, which was a huge bummer. But I can adapt, and it's like, I'm a grown up. I can figure my shit out. And then I'm walking back from the bathroom, and I see a stack of magazines. And it is the Washington Examiner, which I don't know if you guys know, is a conservative magazine that supports Donald Trump, that supports everything that's happening in this country. And then I looked at that, I was like, huh. And then I sat down and I thought about everybody that I have seen at my office. You know what color they are? They are white. They are white people. I have seen 2 non-white people at my job, and I don't work directly with either of them. This might be weird coming from a white dude, but I don't like working with just all white people. My last job, my 2 direct bosses were a black man and a woman from Peru. Their boss was also a woman. I was one of the only white people that worked in dispatch. I go from that to, you know, everybody's white, and it's just fucking weird. And then I overhear my boss talking to another one of our coworkers, another white lady, and she says, we won't even watch Lord of the Rings in my house because I'm afraid if we do, it'll invite the devil into our home. Yeah, that's what she said. And me, as, you know, a proud atheist, that was a lot to hear. And I was like, what the fuck? Where do I work? Did I join a cult by accident? And yeah, so it's been an experience. It really has. Come on. I'm giving you the opportunity. Go. Sorry. People don't know how to drive. I know how to drive better, and I'm making a podcast right now. What the fuck is your excuse? Yeah, so let me see. Let me go through my little stickies. Okay. One thing about the job that's really also hard for me to do, because I am a child. I work in the fuel industry now. Do you know what the fuel industry has? It has lots of hoses, pipes, nipples, leaky nozzles, all of this like we have to go to new gas stations to lay cable. Like, it's extremely hard for me not to crack up. And sometimes our hoses get kinked and people put in work orders for their kinky hoses. Like, come on. How do you not make such perverted jokes, at least in your own brain? I know I do. Every single time somebody's sending in a work order for a leaky nozzle, I'm the first one to be like, and a little giggle to myself. Yeah, so I am in enemy territory. I work with a bunch of conservative white people. So unfortunately, what I've had to do is I have my Totes Ally bag. I always make sure that I bring it in with that facing me so that nobody can see it. On my new car, I haven't put any bumper stickers on there that really are controversial. Except if you consider the one that says you are valid and it's a rainbow. So I don't know, people might have an issue with that. And then, let's see, I gotta find a parking spot at this place. There's a parking spot. Fuck yes. Anyways, this should be a fun one to listen to, guys. I'm excited to be back. But yeah, it's really important when this kind of stuff happens that you admit to making a mistake. Now, what I'm not going to do is quit and be without money. I'll tell you more about what's happening in the next podcast, which I plan on recording after I leave here. But yeah, it's always important to admit when you made a mistake. I am working on rectifying it, but I mean, if I'm not able to, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to get my job done. I'm not going to like it, but I have a wife, I have kids, I have to feed my family, I have to put a roof over our head. Like, there's no excuses. As much as I want to fly off the handle and be like, fuck this place, I quit, I'm not going to do that. Because I'm now responsible for not just only myself. I have 2 fur babies and multiple kids and a wife that I love, and I want her to continue to love me. And if I'm an unemployed jackass, she might stop. So, anyways, that is this episode. Probably shouldn't be recording this. It is an absolute pleasure to be back, you guys. I'm stoked to start recording every week again. But yeah, stay tuned. More stuff's coming. Oh, I think I'm going to try doing intro music and outro music this season to see if I can up my production game. So we'll see about that. But anyway, guys, until the next time, if you have to go anywhere, make sure you go with love. I love you guys.